Hello and welcome back to the AB podcast for Sunday, September 22nd, 2019. I'm Brandon and I'm here with
Alex.
How you doing tonight, Alex?
Good.
Well, it's been a couple weeks since we've been here. We've been really busy, had a lot of things going on, so we're still trying to get
a little.
Yeah. Just trying to get back into the flow here and trying to get you guys a podcast out every other week. I know we're working on several videos. We put up a video last week.
It was
right?
really fun.
Yeah, and what was it, Alex?
It was unboxing of some wine
From Harry Potter.
that I did, wearing a lot of Harry Potter merch.
Yeah, you had a lot of Harry Potter merch, and it's been kind of a gloomy weekend. We've been kind of held up in the house here since it's been kind of raining, not doing a lot. So let's get started. What do we got first today, Alex?
First, we have the Sega Genesis review.
All right, so Thursday was the big day. We went down first thing. I went down and picked up the Sega Genesis Mini.
I wasn't with him because I was at school.
Yeah, you were at school. So as soon as we got home, we got it all hooked up, and we started playing some of the games. And what'd you think overall, Alex?
Good.
What was your favorite? What games did you like out of there?
That's difficult. I think I like Echo the Dolphin. It's the one that I haven't played before, but I'm literally stuck.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in one spot where it's like I have to get a key, and I have to talk to Big Blue and all of that kind of stuff. I'm like, what the flip? Yeah, so I went through a lot of these games. Some of these games I've never played before. I've got to say I'm pretty impressed with the system overall, although I will say that one of the things I did notice is something that has kind of been a issue overall. I've noticed in a lot of the reviews they've said it, and I notice it now that somebody said something, and that's that the timing of the music and the sound effects seems to be off just a hair. I also think that that's something, though, that they could fix with an update down the road. But other than that, the emulation is really nice. Some of the games like Darius, which is a shooter. I've never played Darius before. I don't think that this version of Darius was ever released, if I remember correctly. Ferociously difficult, but actually pretty fun game. A lot of bullets.
Yeah, a lot of bullets. The Tetris is pretty cool. Not as good as the NES Tetris, but that's okay. I don't think
Tetris overall.
Yeah,
he loves any 3 to 4 matching games.
That's why
Dr. Mario,
Columns,
Tetris,
all
that kind of stuff.
So I actually made it through the first level in Altered Beast, something I don't do very often. So that was pretty cool. Some of these games I've never played before. One of the things that really gets me about the Genesis is the sprites are so big. Some of the characters are so big compared to, I'm a diehard hardcore NES guy, so I'm used to very smaller sprites, and I realize it's an 8-bit to a 16-bit system. But overall, I think there's going to be a lot of games in here that I'm going to like to play. I'm going to have to go back and do a bunch more. But the one game that I wanted this system for more than anything else was the Castlevania game, Bloodlines. Now, I'd seen Bloodlines played a lot. I don't have it for my...
loves Castlevania
Yes,
games.
I love... And I've seen it played. I've seen a complete playthrough. It's a beautiful game. It plays well.
Oh God, yes.
The only weird thing is you collect gems instead of coins, which it really isn't, or hearts, which isn't that big of a deal to me. Really happy with the system overall. It's out now. You can get it at most of your major retailers for $80.
Like Best Buy and places like that.
Yeah, and that's where we got ours, was Best Buy, and
we pre-ordered it.
So it's really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. The next big one, mini, that's going to come out is going to be the new full keyboard Commodore 64 mini, which comes out hopefully right around December. I don't know if they're going to release it in the United States or not. I know the pre-sale is for the UK only, and they're doing a Kickstarter for the United States. So that's the same thing they did with the mini, the Commodore 60, the C64 mini. So it's nothing that's unusual. So definitely, if you're a Genesis fan, a 16-bit fan, go out and get this really compact unit. It's about the same size as the NES Mini. Comes with 2 3-button controllers, which is kind of weird. I did not play Street Fighter 2 on this yet, and one of those reasons is there's only 3 buttons, and I think you need the 6-button controller for that on the Genesis.
But that's just his opinion, too.
And
you can actually get the 6-button controller.
Yeah, they do make the 6-button controllers and the aftermarket controllers, so you can get those. They're a USB controller, not your regular plug-in, standard Genesis plug-in. So that's that really, really cool system. Looking forward to putting some more hours on it and playing some of these games I've never played before. So what do we got next, Alex?
Next we have Intellivision Amico trailer.
All right, if you're not in the video game news, you might not know that Intellivision, the classic video game system from the 80s, has a new system coming out. It comes out October 10th of 2020, so we're just under a year away. It's called the Amico. It's a family-oriented system with all download games. It's kind of going to be like a party box from everything they've seen. All their games are going to be from $3 to $8. It's going to come with, I think, 4 or 6 games loaded with it. And they put out their newest trailer, which actually featured some gameplay footage, which I have to say I was pleasantly surprised at what the quality of that gameplay footage looked like. What did you think, Alex?
I liked it. They have, but no snafu on there.
Yeah, they're gonna have snafu.
I wanna play that game.
Yeah, and you know they're reimagining a lot of their regular properties. They do have the Earthworm Jim game that's being made just for their platform.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's on the Sega Genesis.
Well, a version of Earthworm Jim, but they're going to have one on the Amico that's going to be just their proprietary game. So they're looking at it between $149 and $199 for the system, which I don't think is too bad. It's going to come in different colors, as opposed to some of the other systems that have been announced in the past. This one we're actually now seeing. There's actual hardware out there, which is proof of concept is a huge deal. They're not crowdfunding this.
I really wonder if they're actually going to have Pong on there. I like that game.
I don't know. No, that's an Atari. I don't think Atari's got their.
I get those two mixed up.
Atari's got their VCS that's supposed to be coming out, but they crowdfunded that, and I don't know. The Amico, they seem to be doing it the right way. They're doing a slow roll and a slow burn on all their.
What does that mean again?
Well, it just means that they're rolling out all of their marketing and all of their looks at it really slowly. They're being very deliberate about how they do it. So we'll talk more about the Amico, especially once it gets closer to launch, because I think definitely at this point I'm going to be one of the first people in line for it. The original Intellivision was one of my favorite systems. Astro Smash in particular is one of my favorite games of all time. So what do we got next?
Next is GameStop
earnings.
Okay. I was trying to say earrings, not
earrings. Yeah.
Like what? GameStop earrings.
So GameStop came out with their quarterly earnings this week or late last week, and it's not good, folks. They lost $415 million last quarter. They announced they're gonna They announced they're going to close 200 to 300 stores by February. Even their CEO says they're not in a good place right now.
What? That's not good.
No, it's not good.
Especially
but
the CEO says it.
Yeah, if the CEO's saying it, it's usually not good. But he's newer to the company. He's trying to turn it around. I don't know that what they're doing isn't doing it the right way, but I also don't know that they've got much time left. It's either it's going to go down quickly or they're going to be able to turn it around. It's going to be really tough. They're kind of throwing their hat in the gaming, the tabletop gaming and retro thing now, and that's a really, really tough arena to be in. Retro gaming stores just don't survive. We've only got, we had 2 other retro gamings in our town owned by the same person. They closed one of them.
Which one?
That would be Game Crazy here in Salem. They closed the one on Lancaster. So, it's one of those things. It's not an easy business to be in, and some of GameStop's practices, which have always irritated me as a gamer and a collector, just I don't see a feasibility unless they really dramatically change what they're doing, how they're doing it, and kind of the way they're treated in the market by people. Because a lot of people just GameStop is kind of a joke to them. One of the things I don't like is every time I go into GameStop to buy a game, sometimes I'll get a case and sometimes I won't, because apparently they just summarily throw the cases away. So I haven't bought a DS game yet that was used at GameStop that came with a case, and I just that as a collector irritates me. Things like that. Yeah. And then pushing their cards and their magazines and their discount program and this and that. I just want to go in and pick up my games, and I want to be able to find the games I want, and not have them at $40,000 and find a good selection. So
yeah.
And they're oversaturated in the market. Our small town here of 200,000 people, we have 4 GameStops, and 2 of them are within a mile and a half of each other. So
yeah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just oversaturating the market, and
yeah.
I wish them the best, because there is a use for them. They're a good company for the most part, and we hate to see any of those any of those companies that employ a lot of people go down. So, and I'm still going to patronize them, but right now, even according to their CEO, they are not looking good. So, what's next, Alex?
Next is toys. So we have WWE Elite Ghostbusters figures.
Right.
We were just walking around in Walmart and found these.
Yeah, I knew they were out, but they were coming out, but I hadn't seen that they were out yet. So we got a chance. Yeah, we finally got a chance to see the WWE Elite Ghostbusters figures. Didn't have the money to buy them yet. We'll probably buy them and do a review on them here, maybe in a month or 2. Hopefully before Halloween. So, of particular awesomeness is the translucent Undertaker figure.
Oh my god!
That was pretty cool. And then they have, I think it's The Rock.
Stone, Triple H, and...
Is it Triple H? I thought it was The Rock.
Triple H.
And the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And
Michaels.
Stone Cold. So those are pretty cool. You can find those at Walmart right now. I'm sure they probably got them out at Target by now, too.
Yeah.
I just wish Target would hurry up and get my WWE Elite Liv Morgan figure, but whatever. It's supposed to be out, but I haven't found it yet, so... All right, so that's pretty much it in toys. We had some other stuff, but we kind of took it off the schedule there.
Movies.
So what's movies?
Mortal Kombat movie has started shooting.
All right, so the new version of the Mortal Kombat movie has started shooting. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna, from what I've heard and what I've read, it's going to be hard R. It's going to feature a lot of the stuff from the video games. In particular, the producer says the fatalities are going to be true to the
fatality.
Are going to be true to the
battles.
The battles in the video game, which
ridiculously funny.
I don't know. I remember when I was a kid and the first Mortal Kombat came out, and everybody was just freaking out about it, and the parents were all enraged, and
you're like,
his blood.
I don't care.
No, I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it, but it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's gotten a little too over the top. I don't know.
Makes no sense, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Oh,
now what's next?
Our next thing is a Jurassic World thing, and it's Battle at Big Rock.
Okay, so this is something that I would encourage you, if you like any of the Jurassic World or Jurassic Park movies, go onto YouTube and look up Battle at Big Rock. This is an original Jurassic World short, actually produced by Universal.
Yeah,
and it was directed by Colin Trevorrow, who directed Jurassic World.
Yes, but you have to watch the beginning very carefully. You'll see the Universal thing, but then watch after that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to give any spoilers.
It changes.
Yes.
It changes. And it's really cool. And I noticed it the first time, and I had to... So this is an 8-minute, and it is a super well-produced... I mean, it is as good as the movies.
Yeah.
And what it is it's kind of a teaser for the next Jurassic World movie. If you haven't seen Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom yet, at the end, dinosaurs are loose on the mainland. Everywhere. And this is an encounter between two dinosaurs and a group of campers in a campground.
A few groups.
And it features a couple of dinosaurs, which we haven't really seen before.
Yes.
The Nasutoceratops.
Unless you have Jurassic World.
Alive, the game.
JW Alive.
JW Alive. It features the Nasutoceratops, which is similar to a...
Or is it Pseudoceratops?
No, it's the Nasutoceratops. It's the Nasutoceratops. The Nasutoceratops is like the Triceratops, except its horns don't come up and out. They go right around its face, more like a longhorn steer. And then it features an adult Allosaurus. Now,
so those are juvenile?
The ones in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is one of the dinos that attack them when they're in the pod at the beginning before they jump off the cliff.
I don't know why they jumped off the cliff.
Well, they're trying to get away from the exploding volcano. Those were juvenile Allosaurus, and this is an adult Allosaurus.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah,
he looked wicked.
The animation is really,
and the colors are like, what the flip? But that's cool.
Yeah,
it's like when you look at him. If you like I said before, if you have Jurassic World Alive, you'll be like, what the flip? That doesn't make any sense, but it's cool looking.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that the Allosaurus is the second
predator.
Well,
it's one of the smaller ones.
Well, no,
but it's a predator of the Jurassic time, right?
Triassic, I believe it's Triassic.
Yeah, that's what
and
I said.
it was the apex predator of that time, and it is a dinosaur that was American. It was in the Utah area of America, and it's the reason and that's really cool because it's Utah's state dinosaur.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
So definitely
They find all kinds of Allosaurus teeth, Allosaurus skulls there, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it really definitely worth a watch. It's only 8 minutes long, like I said, but it's really setting up the fact that now dinosaurs are in America. They're in the world. It is Jurassic World now.
Yeah, and I really want to see
which if we never see another island again, I think I'll be fine as far as the Jurassic franchise
I want
goes.
to see New York get. I want to see I want to see New York get torn up by dinosaurs, like the Brachiosaurus smacking its neck into like the tallest building, one of the taller buildings there.
Well, I don't know about that, but
that would be cool.
But anyway, well worth the watch. We were all kind of enthralled by it. I think I've watched it like 3 or 4 times now. So what's next, Alex?
Next is Saints. Okay, this one I haven't seen yet, but my dad's like, no, I'm not showing it to you right now. So, it's New Ancient Ant Discovery, and just show it to me.
All right, so this comes from ScienceAlert.com. Scientists have discovered a new ant that is 98 million years old.
Oh, so
it's an ancient ant. It's preserved in amber, and it had a metal spike on its head, and it was probably a vampire. So it says they've discovered a new type of. They call it a hell ant. A species with terrifying spiky mouthparts reinforced with metal and used for drinking the blood of its enemies. Now, look at that picture, Alex, and you tell me what you think of that. Is that terrifying or what?
It's creepy but cool.
It's creepy but cool.
Yeah. Wait. Go back. Let me see.
Yeah, it's a pretty terrifying.
Reinforced.
Yeah, it's metal, which is really just weird.
It could also be like that liquid metal.
Yeah.
That we can't touch.
Yeah. So.
What's that called again?
I can't remember, but it's really a really cool looking ant. It's this kind of stuff just always fascinates me because it shows you that scientists are working every single day to bring new discoveries to the light, and
What the heck?
it's stuff like this. I can only imagine what a pack of these on the forest floor would look like
And
if
it's creepy.
if you went back. I mean, and they're bloodsuckers, and that's
Crazy.
it says this. There's other ones that just snapping jaws, and they're big and nasty, and
How big?
it doesn't. I don't think it says in here exactly how big this thing is. So,
Probably
but anyway, they
smaller.
found it in Myanmar.
What the heck is Myanmar?
Yeah, Burma.
Oh, Burma.
So, all right, what is next?
Next, we have new study on Netherland.
Neanderthal extinction.
Yes. Okay, yeah, you say it.
Netherlands extinction. The Netherlands are going extinct. People, run! No, just kidding. It's okay. Neanderthal. This is from the Sun, and I really thought this was an interesting.
What's a Neanderthal?
A Neanderthal is one of our closest living descendants. And this study says that they believe the extinction of the Neanderthals could be due to outbreaks of ear infections.
I know.
Now,
Like what?
today in our society and where we're at as humans, we kind of take for granted things like an ear infection. An ear infection is pretty simple. You get some antibiotics if it gets too bad.
Yeah.
And
I've had that problem.
yeah,
I've
you've had that problem. You get some rest, you drink some water, take some medicine, you're done. But the Neanderthals had an earway, the hole in their ear to their inner ear that was smaller than humans, and of course they didn't have antibiotics. So this says that a new study. This is exactly what it says. In a new study published in the Anatomical Record Journal, researchers have revealed that all Neanderthals had ears that were a similar size to modern humans. This would make them more likely to get ear infections because small ears provide a smaller space for bacteria to get trapped in. So
What the heck? I want to see the picture.
one of the researchers, Professor Samuel Marquez of the Downstate Health Sciences University in New York, explained, "It may sound far-fetched, but when we, for the first time, reconstructed the Etruscan tubes of Neanderthals, we discovered that they are remarkably similar to those of human infants. Middle ear infections are nearly ubiquitous among infants because the flat angle of the infant's, the tubes, is prone to retain bacteria and cause these infections. Okay. So because it was an underdeveloped ear, they believe that these infections, which can lead to hearing loss and bigger infections, and I think you can die. It's not just the threat of dying of infection, he says. If you are constantly ill, you would not be as fit and effective competing for food and supplies against your Homo sapien cousins. So, again, this is another thing where it shows scientists are working every single day on new discoveries, new theories, and it's just amazing that they come up with these hypotheses. And they're not just hypotheses. You got to understand, before anything's published, a lot of this stuff needs to be peer reviewed. So they're showing it to not just one scientist. One scientist may be the lead scientist, But we're talking about hundreds, if not thousands of people see this before it ever goes out to the general public. And we need to be really cognizant of how the scientific process works, and how just because a hypothesis comes out doesn't mean that it's not continually being worked on. So, So are we going to have a creature corner this week, Alex?
Sorry, guys. No.
No creature corner this week.
Sorry.
So
I could do a fact on my favorite video game or a new video game I played.
So what, you've been playing a couple of new video games. What was the new Wii game that you've been playing?
World Zoo. It was featured on our other video.
Oh yeah, our $10
Thrift store challenge.
$10 thrift store challenge. If you guys haven't watched that, go to our YouTube page, check it out. We're going to be doing another one soon.
If we had a flippin' thing where if we had a thing where we could connect it to the TV, then capture
a digital capture device, we're going to get one.
And then I would show you how much I played that game. My
So-
dad couldn't get me off of it for 6 straight hours.
Yeah, it's pretty true. So what do you do in the game?
What you do is that you buy more parts of your zoo, and I don't know what happens when you finish your zoo.
So you're building a zoo.
Yeah, and I have 3 zoos, so I kind of have like a different animal in each zoo. One I have 3 in, I believe. Yeah, what?
So you're not. Are you building like enclosures that your
Yes and
animals
no.
go in inside
Yes.
the zoo?
Yeah. Yes and no. You buy the just basically enclosure, and then you have a building thing where you can go in there and build parts for it.
Is it pretty simple to get the hang of?
Yeah. And you can actually make over your like, so for me, I had giraffes, and I did 2. That's one's a mama and one's a baby, because I had the baby and a mama, so I did those in the same color. And then I have one extra.
So you can change the color of them.
Yeah, you can change the
So
color of them.
it's one of those complete.
Pattern.
It's those
Yeah.
complete customizable games. So you can customize basically everything in the whole
you
game.
can hide their customize their hooves, tails.
Their hooves.
Yes.
Wow.
Their
No,
paws.
their hooves. I just it goes down to their hooves, so you can actually customize their hooves and their tails.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's details. Wow.
Yeah, their hooves, their tails, their hair, their face, like their fur for the koalas, which is cute. And the animals I have is a crocodile enclosure. Oh God. In the crocodile enclosure, I customized one of my baby crocs. I customized it black and blue.
Black and blue.
And it was a baby Zilla.
Oh, baby Godzilla.
Baby Zilla.
Baby Zilla. Yeah. Well, I've been playing the original Dragon Warrior
Yeah, he's
RPG
been like-
for NES,
He's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna get
which I love. If you're not
Yeah, he's just stuck on the golem.
No, I'm not stuck on the
you
golem.
You're trying to get Edric's sword and Edric's armor.
Yeah.
The golem.
You have to go in time. I'm trying to beat the golem before I should be trying to beat the golem. That's the thing. So, if you have not played Dragon Warrior for the NES, it's the ultimate push A to win. As long as you're the right level, you'll never lose.
Yeah.
I haven't, I haven't played it in a long time, but this will probably be my 5th or 6th time going through it and beating it. So, but
You played it a lot.
now we should be back in a couple of weeks with a very special podcast. We're going to have a guest on for Halloween talking about ghost hunting.
No.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And of course, we have in less than a month now, Portland Retro Gaming Expo coming up. So we got some people that are going to be joining us for at least 1 or 2 of the days of that. We're going to do a lot of videos from that. We're going to do, we might do a podcast that Sunday, just depending on how busy everything goes.
Yeah.
We'll see. So that's what we got coming up. As always, guys, check our Facebook page, which is the AB page. Check our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. We'll have some more videos up. I think we'll probably have a video up Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. I'm finishing up a couple.
If he can ever work on it.
Yeah, if I ever get a chance to work on it. I've got half the.
He stays up late and do so.
Yeah. I have a couple videos. I have 3 videos in the works, and then Alex has got 1 video to shoot and another video we're writing right now. So we're going to have content coming up. So please join us again in a couple of weeks. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.